Have you ever wondered what it really takes to survive in the wild heart of Texas with nothing but your wits and a pocket knife? I'm talking rattlesnakes, flash floods, starry nights colder than you'd expect. Are you tough enough to handle the Lone Star State off the grid? Well, partner, I decided to find out. I signed up for a legit Texas survival course, and let's just say I walked in thinking I was John Wayne and walked out just happy to have my boots on. Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to the Lone Star Plate, the channel where we dig deep into all things Texas, from brisket to Big Bend. Today, you're riding shotgun with me as I take on one of the wildest challenges I've ever faced. A real deal, sweat in your eyes, learn or get left behind Texas survival course. Why'd I do it? Because there's more to this state than highways and honky-tonks. This land demands respect, and I wanted to learn the skills our ancestors relied on, plus figure out if a regular old Texan like me could hack it. Stick around, because I'm sharing every surprising lesson, funny fail, and hard-won trick I picked up, so you'll know what to do if the great outdoors ever comes calling. So here's how it all started. Sunrise on a Saturday, about an hour west of San Antonio, where the hill country starts rolling wild. The land out there is as pretty as a bluebonnet in April, but tougher than a mesquite fence post. I joined up with a crew of folks, a few seasoned outdoorsmen, you could just tell by the worn boots and quiet confidence, and a couple city slickers who looked like they'd never seen a cactus up close. Our instructor, let's call him Ranger Rick, had a beard that looked like it could hide a family of squirrels and a stare that said he'd seen it all. First lesson, lose the phone. No GPS, no scrolling, no temptation to call for pizza. Just you, your boots, and a small pack. Step 1, water. In Texas, everyone talks about the heat, but it's the dry spells that get you. Ranger Rick taught us that finding water's the first order of business every time. He showed us how to read the land, look for green patches, listen for frogs, follow animal tracks. We filtered stream water using a homemade filter made of nothing more than charcoal, gravel, and a bandana. It tasted like a burned sock, but at least it wouldn't make your stomach rebel. Because here in Texas, dehydration sneaks up fast. Most new folks think they can tough it out, but even the hardiest cowboy will hit the wall quick without H2O. Got me thinking about how the Comanches and early settlers made do. They didn't have Yeti jugs or fancy camelbacks, just skill and grit. Next up, shelter. Y'all, Texas weather is a wild card. 1 minute, you're frying eggs on a rock. The next, a blue north blows in and you're colder than a snowman in Amarillo. I learned to build a debris hut using dead branches, dry grass, and a bit of that good old Texas ingenuity. Laying inside that little hut at night, every sound outside, howl, chirp, and rustle, felt like it was right up next to my ear. You don't realize how loud nature is till you leave your window closed at home and sleep under the stars. Then came fire. Now, I've grilled more than my share of steaks, but try starting a fire without a lighter when everything's damp from an unexpected drizzle. One gal in the group got a spark going with nothing but steel wool and a 9-volt battery she'd stashed for emergencies. It lit up like the 4th of July. I'll never look at the junk drawer in my kitchen the same way again. Ranger Rick took it a step further, showing us how to make a bow drill from scratch. Takes patience and more elbow grease than splitting oak. But when that little ember starts to glow, you feel like a regular Davy Crockett. Of course, you can't survive without food, but the menu ain't what you'd call 5-star. We learned wild edibles. prickly pear fruit, mesquite beans, even the flowers of the yucca plant. Oh, and bugs. I promise you, nothing prepares you for the edible insect challenge quite like being dared in front of a crowd. Turns out, roasted grasshoppers taste like sunflower seeds, just crunchier and with a lot more legs. Our ancestors ate what nature provided, and let me tell you, hunger can make even the weirdest things seem downright appetizing. Now, the biggest lesson wasn't about gear, it was about the mind. Texas survival is as much about attitude as it is about skill. Fear comes quick in the dark when the coyote calls start echoing and shadows play tricks on your eyes. Staying calm, thinking through problems, relying on your training, that's what separates those who make it from those who don't. Our group had some tense moments. On the last night, a thunderstorm rolled through so fierce it felt like the sky was playing drums on our tarps. Some folks wanted to pack it in, but we stuck together, rode it out, and in the morning, the sun rose like it was congratulating us. Let me hit you with a wild Texas fact. Our state covers almost 270,000 square miles. That means more wilderness than some entire countries. Every part of Texas has its own survival quirks. Out east, it's the mosquitoes and swamps. Out west, it's the desert and endless sky. Each piece of this land shapes the people who call it home. After this survival course, I felt connected to the Texas landscape in a whole new way, like I'd earned a handshake from the land itself. If you're ever tempted by the call of the wild, here's my advice. Don't underestimate the Texas outdoors. Prepare, learn your basics, and respect the land. And if you get the chance, sign up for a survival course. You'll discover just how tough you really are and walk away with stories to tell for a lifetime. Now, I want to hear from y'all. Would you take on a Texas survival course? What's the wildest thing you've eaten or the craziest outdoor moment you've survived? Leave a comment below. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed this Texas-sized adventure, don't forget to wrangle that like button, subscribe to the Lone Star Plate, and share this video with your fellow Texans and adventure seekers. Thanks for riding along with me today. Remember, in Texas, it ain't just about surviving, it's about thriving. Until next time, keep your boots dusty and your spirit wild. See y'all down the trail.